Hi everybody, so welcome back. We are here beginning on round 2. I'd like first to commend everybody on an awesome job on round 1 of the edits. The article has taken a huge step forward. I was blown away by the quality of a lot of the edits that you all did. Really great stuff. When going back through in your second round, try to keep in mind some of the individualized feedback that I provided. Some of you were also so kind as to provide feedback on some of the errors I had made in the video, which were all correct and proper, so thank you likewise for that feedback. But before we begin the second edit, I'd like to mention a few quick points. So obviously you'll be getting a document. Begin by making sure you're in track changes, of course, always in track changes. When going through this edit, you'll be working after someone prior to you, but when going through it, try to maintain the same quality of review that you followed in the first round of edits. Every editor is good at something else, and by going back through this, we fill in each other's gaps, and sometimes it takes a couple reads to really catch everything. So go back through and check all your dates, check all your pin sites, etc., etc. Whenever you're finding different issues, please, as a second point, place comments in the document. Previously, I'd asked you to send me issues in the body of an email, but this time, any sort of issues such as, make this an objective statement, please provide a source, etc. Please put those comments into the body of this document, because we'll be sending this on to the author afterwards. Next point being 2 spaces after periods, both above and below the line. I know this seems like an easy one, but it's amazing how easy it is to mistake. So, for example, right here, we don't need 2 spaces, obviously, but even after this below the line point, we do need 2 spaces. They're full stop right here. And then if you see a period in the body of a quote, of course, similarly, you're going to need 2 spaces after it. So, if indeed this right here, which has 4 period ellipses, that indicates there's a full stop. So after that, you would commonly put 2 spaces. Whoever's checking this, you might double check. I believe that might actually need to be a 3 space ellipses instead. A 3 period ellipses instead, at which point this would stay as lowercase. But yeah, so again, 2 spaces after all periods that are full stops of sentences. The next thing that I wanted to bring up was something that we didn't do in the last edit. It's really going to be a huge benefit. What it is creating references for all footnotes. So if, for example, right now this references back to footnote 4, but if later on the author provides a new reference prior to footnote 4, then which I'll do right now. So we have footnote 5, 4. So let's say at this sentence the author inserts a new reference. So we'll do references, insert footnote. Then, as you'll see right now, we have super footnote 4. This is now wrong, right? We want this to be super footnote 5. And there's a way to set up every one of these so they automatically update, so that we don't have to go back through and recheck everything. And the way we do that is by inserting a cross-reference. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that footnote. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to select Insert Cross-Reference. And then we want this to be on footnote. So you want to, it might automatically go to bookmark, but click onto footnote. We're going to go down to 5. So that's where it is now. Previously it was 4. Whenever the person following me does this, it'll be 4. But right now it's 5. You can even see right in here that some information is there, just the beginning of the footnote. So if you're lucky, it'll already be there. And then insert reference to. For here, you want to click footnote number, I believe formatted. Let's see. Let's check that real quick. Insert. Nope. So not formatted. Footnote number. All right. There we go. And obviously you can see we want the footnote to appear like a big number, not a little one. So that's why you click footnote number. But clearly you can play with it and make sure it works. We'll close that, and we can delete this one, just like that. By the way, another way you could have solved this problem would have been to highlight this. Control D. We want it to be superscript, and then we would have changed the format to match the other one, like that. But we don't. That's a long workaround for an easy problem. All right, so inserting cross-references, and so please make sure to do that and double check that for all of the references in your section. But I'm going to go ahead and delete this footnote, and I'll show you how it works too real quick. So we're going to delete this footnote. Now this one, we come down here, you'll note it still says note 5, which is clearly not wrong, went before. But whenever we go in here and we highlight this, do Control A, F9, automatically updates, which is what we'll do at the end once the author returns us back a version that has a bunch of new footnotes entered in. And the very last thing, just to reiterate, again, when you're working, please make sure that you're working in both review modes, simple markup and all markup, just because you never, it's hard to really be confident that you're marking all the spaces correctly if you're not also looking in simple markup. So that's generally it. The second round of edits are due by the end of the day, Sunday, November 1st. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to shoot me an email or a text. And otherwise, I hope this second round you'll find to be a little bit easier. And this is it. So after this, we're done with the edit. All right, thanks so much.